time constraints seem to have gone on a little ways, so I'm not going to be too much in keeping with the 7 and 10 minutes. The next speaker is the second debater pro, and that's Brittany Skinner, and Brittany has 10 minutes.
We've heard that this is a quote from Aristotle. Now, I don't know too much about Aristotle or the Greeks in general, but in law school they teach you if you don't know something, you can take advantage of the very valuable resources we have at the school, the professors. So I went and saw the only man that I knew could help me with this debate, Professor Stephen Wexler.
Yeah!
I mean, this man is Socrates. No, like literally. Socrates on trial. It's the longest running review at UBC. It's like the Cats of our school. Hit me, Wally.
Yeah.
So after I left Professor Wexler's office a short 9 hours later, I was no closer to the truth. Although I had mastered green sleeves on the mandolin and lost 3 straight games of Monopoly. Who knew? The guy's a capitalist genius. Now,
True.
It's good. Park Place, you gotta get it. Having not understood my professor, I turned to the law. That's why we're all here, people.
Yeah.
And if you can't find a good piece of jurisprudence to back you up, well, you're screwed. You're in real trouble. I mean, I'm sure my friends here have jurisprudence to back up their arguments. I'm expecting the Book of Authorities, but I haven't gotten it yet. Like, it's in the mail, I guess. Now, I found this quote from a 2002 decision. In this case, the learned trial judge was laying out to the court the need for reason over passion. At paragraph 25, the judge said, Mr. D, with all due respect, is not in a position to be making decisions based solely on where his passions lie. He needs to give his head a shake and start to make some reasonable decisions. Now, I don't believe in noting up cases or having proper citations or not misleading the court. I'd say if it's good enough for the BC Provincial Court, it's good enough for Brittany Skinner.
Yeah!
And this decision was written by Chief Judge of the Provincial Court, the Honorable Hugh Stansfield. And if he were here today, he would tell you. Oh my God! Oh my God! Brittany! Well, I don't need to tell you guys. When you go in that deliberation room, you gotta know what Hugh Stansfield has to say. Because he knows that reason doesn't take a backseat to passion.
Yeah.
Speaking of backseats. Recently, former Supreme Court Justice Claire Dubé came to visit at the law school, and she spoke before 200-some people, and she told us, you need to bring a little passion to the law, and I was afraid that my learned friends would take that and use that, but let me tell you something. If it's a Claire LaRue Dubé brand of passion you want to bring to the law, no thank you. I was the one who had to go to her hotel room and pick her up and drive her up to the law school to give the presentation, and worst backseat driver ever. I didn't even know what a Montreal left was until
Yeah.
There's more. And I'm sorry, but it's just plain rude to smoke with the windows up and the heat on full blast. And no one should listen to rock cuisine that loud or that early in the morning. And let me tell you, you have not been cursed out until you've been cursed out by a former Supreme Court of Canada justice. And that kid had the right of way on the crosswalk. 9-year-olds sure can cry. Now, let's explore a little bit what the law would look like if we allowed passion-loving friends here to have their way. All areas of law would be thrown into chaos.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at tax law. I mean, I dropped it in January, but let's take a look at it. It even demonstrates it. If we appealed the passion to the court's emotions, tax law would become an absurdity. We would have the middle class paying tax into proportion what they could afford, and the super rich people and corporations would not be able to evade paying their proportionate share by hiring expensive tax lawyers. Ridiculous!
Yeah, all right.
And securities law. Imagine if securities regulations were governed by passion and not reason. The result would be anarchy. Instead of conducting due diligence checks on a corporate prospectus, securities regulators would simply look into the eyes of corporate officers and decide whether to go public. Maybe that's how Hollinger slipped through the cracks. Word on the street is that Conrad Black has a pair of chocolate peepers that would melt your heart. Now, my learned friends, I sympathize with you. Mikey, DJ, I've been where you are. I have tried to combine passion and the law. You see, I am romantically involved with a lawyer. And this Valentine's Day yesterday, I told him, I said, this year you gotta man up, you gotta do it right, you gotta come home early, like 8 o'clock or something, and bring some passion with you. And so he brought home this Valentine, which I will share, this slice of the Skinner's romantic life with you all. First of all, it's in triplicate. That's just bull. He's gonna file a oh, this one's to his mother. I didn't know he's filing with his mom. That's just upsetting. Alright, so here I am. I'm reading it to you. Off here and here. It's entitled A Memorandum of Lover Standing. Dearest common law partner. Now that's true, but don't tell the student loan people. You are liable for infliction of nervous shock every time I see you, my little tormentor. You have secured an easement on my heart that no rogue could abscond with. And this Valentine's Day, you are hereby charged with contravening Section 322 of the Criminal Code, theft of an object, to wit my heart. And on this charge, I find you guilty. Now, it gets a bit steamy here. I have to stop reading. This is not how you use the term pro bono.
Yeah! That's a joke. That's a joke.
And it looks like here he drew a picture of squatters' rights that I'm not okay with. It's not, I can't do that. Clearly as outlined by this pathetic attempt at passion, passion and I don't belong together. Why, actually, this can be shown by the very arguments presented by those opposed to this resolution. My learned friend DJ got up and presented an argument for why you should not be supporting this resolution. And how did she present that argument? She used reason. She used cold, logical reasoning that Aristotle would have been proud of to convince you of her side of the resolution. I can sit down right now. Case closed. But hold on. In the interest of justice, we should give them one last chance to prove their point using passion instead of reason. I can only assume when Mikey comes up, he won't rely on reason like DJ did, but sweaty, steamy, hot passion.
Yeah! Woo!
Let's invite Mike to put his passion where his mouth is. I understand that passion isn't devoid of romance. As officers of the court, Matt and I will aid you, Mikey, in coming up here and demonstrating passion. Can we dim the lights, please? No. Okay, no, fair enough. Matt, compassion my podium for me. Well, Mike, good luck to you. New here. I'm looking forward to hearing and seeing exactly how you present passion.